saying there should be a separate set of standards for cheating for men and women, not great. That's not going to go over well with a lot of respectable women. No, They're not going to tolerate that.
It's not going to go over well, but it doesn't mean that it's not true.
Why do you feel that's true, that there should be a separate set of standards for cheating?
I don't think that there should be, no, but I think that there is.
But but that's different. What you're saying is different. Mm-hmm. You're saying the reality is that in society, maybe it's more accepted for men.
Yeah, but it's more accepted for biological reasons. So like people will claim like society is just against female sexuality, but then they fail to realize the biological reasons for why that may be. And that's why I don't like the feminist argument, especially when it comes to sexual promiscuity for women, because the reason why societies were against sexual promiscuity in every culture all across the entire world, because there are biological concerns when it comes to giving birth. That's been a dangerous thing for forever. That's a natural concern for women. Mm-hmm. Forever, that's been a dangerous thing. When it comes to STDs, syphilis wiped out hundreds of millions of people throughout history. Mm-hmm. So when you talk about, when it comes to women being promiscuous, that's a very dangerous thing for culture. Maybe they're not suppressing it because they hate female sexuality. Maybe they're suppressing it because they don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? So like people will just go, female sexuality has always been suppressed, but then fail to realize the natural reasons why it was suppressed. And it's because it comes with a lot of consequence, especially for women. A huge one is paternity. Mm-hmm. If you're sleeping with everybody in the village, how am I supposed to know this kid is mine? So nobody's going to raise it. And you're probably going to be left a life of selling yourself trying to make ends meet. Mm-hmm. So there were societal pressures for women to not do those things because of the natural consequences of it. So a lot of the societal pressure comes from natural consequences. Now, fast forward to now, we have the birth control pill. That takes a lot of that effect away. We have penicillin for diseases like syphilis. Mm-hmm. We have better treatment for diseases. That takes a lot of that away. But we haven't gotten to the point that there's an emotional difference, an emotional attachment that comes with women just sleeping with multiple men. Mm-hmm. And the studies show that the more promiscuous a woman is before marriage, the less happy she will be in that marriage, and the shorter that marriage will be on average. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to a man putting essentially gambling with 50% of his current wealth and potential wealth, if I'm a male's rights advocate, I can't talk about shoulds. I have to talk about what is their reality now. Mm-hmm. And their reality now is women are sexually liberated. That's fine. But that means as a man, if you want to look at things, if you want to go about things the best way to get the best results, taking a risk of marriage, marriage is more risky than ever for men because of that fact.
See, the reality to me, though, is that everyone seems unhappy. Yeah. Everyone seems unhappy. Absolutely. No one trusts each other. I think that men cheat. I think women cheat. I cover on this show a lot of stuff about women behaving badly, sloppy drunk at the club, sleeping around. I wasn't raised that way. That's not how I live my life. I was taught to respect myself, respect my body. I think that's the way women should behave. But I also feel like that's the way men should behave. I feel like the message out there should be to everyone at this point, like, you have to level up when it comes to this stuff. Yeah. Respect your body, respect yourself, get into a relationship where trust and fidelity matter, understand why that has value. Even if you have a different instinct, maybe you're talking about biologically, maybe men have different instincts when it comes to, I don't know if this is like a spread the seed topic or that's different.
I really didn't even point on the fact why it's different, like cheating specifically. That was just female promiscuity in general. Right. But cheating specifically when it comes to men and women, it is different. It is just different.
Right, but the inclination is different than acting on that inclination and what you do in a relationship, right?
Yes. So like what I say is, I personally believe that men are here to build and maintain societies and compete to spread their seed into the next generation. I think that women's contribution mostly to society is to be selective with who they pick to spread the seed into the next generation. So women have to be more selective. And the truth of the matter is you can't get promiscuous men without promiscuous women.
That's right.
And 100%. Every culture has understood that.
That's right.
So that's why there are social consequences for women being promiscuous. And the reason why you implement social consequences on women, because we see women as weaker. Every punishment for a man is capital. You go to jail, you get killed, you blah, blah, blah. For women, it's social. You say don't be this or that because people are going to not like you. And because women tend to be social beings, that's a huge punishment for them. Mm-hmm. Like for a daughter, you don't have to whoop her like you might a son or do whatever, or the punishment doesn't have to be as harsh, because if you just say that you're disappointed in your daughter, especially from a man going to his daughter, that's going to be enough to have her in tears. That's going to be enough for her to understand that what she's doing has consequences. Mm-hmm. So, it's just different.
If you like the short clip, you can catch another one here, or you can catch the full episode right here.